Konnichiwa, and welcome to the 57th podcast of the NC Rowan County Anime Group. My name is Robert Allen, and thank you for taking the time to take a look at this anime. How does one get one started in anime? Very interesting question indeed. What would be a good story to start with? Well, for me, I had been watching anime since the 1970s. Parliament of Magic Serpent was the first anime I ever saw, as far as Japanese. But a little side note, back in 2003, before we started having our first meeting, I wanted to get another person hooked on the anime and show them the wonderful joys of, what Japanese animation was. A friend of mine, Tim Will, had lost his cable during that time, and he had nothing to watch. But I had started collecting anime videotapes because at the time they were cheap and were very easy to get a hold of. So what I did, I said, Tim, how about watching some anime? Well, Tim goes like, oh great, I've seen Astro Boy in the 1960 series, and I've seen Tranzor Z. So I said, well, those are pretty good animes for their time and stuff, but have you seen anything recently? He said no. So I started him off with this series, and I'm going to talk about it. It's called The Shamanic Princess Projectora. It is let me make sure I get this up, a self-contained story about, I would say, three, if I can get while I'm running around, 3 videotapes long, about 2 episodes each. And this was put out by Central Park Media. I like the story, but it doesn't start off the right way. I mean, usually stories go A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Well, this one kind of went C, D, E, F, A, B, which means they did part of the story, and then they did what led up to the story in the 5th and 6th episode. I love the character designs. There was a comic book called DNA Agents that came out a long time ago. It was done by another company, and the character Tiara, who is in this picture right here, she's still wearing something like an outfit that you would see in DNA Agents. It's a magical story. It's recommended age, I would have to say I would not let anybody under the age of 16 see it. But it is very interesting and very well done as far as the music. It was done by some of the people who worked on this was like the person who worked on Outlaw Star, the director did, and also too one of the people who worked on the Magic Knights of Ray Earth. So it's a I would say, very interesting story. I mean, it's really worthwhile to watch. And that was the first one that I ever showed Tim. And Tim goes like, well, I never saw stuff like that before. And then I followed him up with El Hazard, the OVA, which I'll talk about in another podcast, in which I've already talked about it. Yeah, somebody wrote on the flyer, go back to your home, New Mexico. And there is no such thing as El Hazard, New Mexico. Well, our next meeting is July 17th in front of the Books A Million at 5 o'clock. At 5:30, we're going over to a person's home to watch the great teacher Onizuka. And July 24th, FYE is having a special anime day at the Concord Mills Mall. Hope to see you there. Also, to July 31st is the Japanese Culture Festival Oryabaku down in Charlotte, North Carolina. And also, to August 1st is Charlotte Comic Con. And also too, in August, we're going to be having a yard sale. During the whole month of July, the Rowan Public Library is hosting our Animates display. If you're visiting Rowan County, please stop by and see that display. It's really very nice. We did a very good job of putting it up, and hope you get a chance to come by the main branch of the Rowan Public Library and watch this display. Well, this is it for now. This is Robert Allen wishing you a very good day. Goodbye.